feel cultural things the most is with religion. So if I'm dating someone from the States, he's Buddhist, and I just think that's where I feel the cultural differences the most, is that there's just no common background knowledge, I guess, to work from. So to sort of explain Christianity from scratch is a bit of a tall order, I say.
Religion is always a tricky, in any society, religion is always tricky, but it seems, my impression is China, I wouldn't say, especially like I said, if they're Buddhist or so on, it's not, religion is not such a major issue, I think, in Chinese culture.
I think for the younger generation, it's not so much an issue. If you take, for example, my boyfriend's parents, especially his mother, she, for me, it's like, I mean, it's border mysticism.
Wow.
You know, you need to have this on your dress, or
it's
like,
okay. Sort of
so it protects you and some things like that. But my boyfriend is a bit Buddhist. It's like, you know,
you
know the kind of it's like you say, okay, if it doesn't do good, it will not do bad. Kind of thing.
Yeah, he says, we have an expression, it's just sort of like, as long as Buddha's in your heart, that's good enough. That's okay. And so I think it's hard for him to see how I order my thinking around my relationship with God and all that stuff, because Christianity is very important to me, and he's kind of a little bit wary of that. He's, what are you doing with this whole Christianity thing? Yeah. So they're very interesting conversations to have, though. He's not a talkative fellow, which is one of the hardest things for me. But when we do have these discussions, I find them so interesting to have them with someone from just such a different perspective. I find them, I love those conversations. They're very, very stimulating, I think.
In our particular case, I mean, we had the girls baptized. Okay. But, you know, we haven't really gotten them into church over here. We did go one time in Shanghai. But I think it's, as you know, when you're talking with children especially, you know, you really need to kind of start Sunday school and kind of ease them into it.
I went to, probably been to church 5 times my whole life. I actually became a Christian in China.
Okay. Oh, okay.
5, yeah. So, yeah, so like I said, my parents just kind of thought, that religion thing, we're not going to deal with that, really.
All right.
That's a whole new can of worms. Yeah, so it's there. And it was interesting having that conversation with him, too. He just assumed that I'd been socialized into this, you know, brainwashing religion, and he had no idea. Hey, this is something I chose for myself. This is something I wanted. I, you know, educated myself about this. I figured it out. So that's why I think those conversations are so interesting. Very important.
Well, the thing is, okay, I'm not... I was normally born Catholic. I've been baptized. But in France, as many people like me, we are not going to the church. Let's say I'm not really believing either. But of course, when you go to France, you go to church. You go to visit churches because it's a very beautiful.
Right, beautiful churches.
It's really nice architecture and it's really interesting. And so each time we were going in one church, he said, "Oh, this guy is there again."
Who's this guy?
No, he knows a bit because I explained. No, in fact, my parents explained because I didn't go to any Sunday school or whatever. So I have no culture. I mean, I've got a little bit the basic one, but my parents explain, and but he's saying it's a bit of kind of sad, you know. Each time you go to a church, you see this poor guy up there crucified. It's like,
it is a bit sad. It could be sad, Not
very nice.
Yeah.
But, so
yeah.